I've done a lot of cool stuff on this channel so far. A lot of the games I'm talking about today, I've talked about in depth before in previous videos or in my live streams. I've been struggling to think of some passionate video ideas since my Thrice video, but I think I'm onto something pretty cool and a little more personal for this one. Today, we're talking about my top 5 games of all time. So sit back, relax, and at some point, comment your top 5 games and we can talk about them all in the comment section of this video. Enjoy! As I've talked about before on this channel, I grew up during the time that Dragon Ball Z was super popular and airing on TV here in the United States. Me and my brother had so many of the toys, VHS tapes, and pretty much all the video games. Most of them were hit and miss, but a handful of them are masterpieces and really captured the love and spirit of the franchise. Around 2008 or 2009, I got the second Budokai Tenkaichi game from GameStop and spent so many hours playing it and mastering the gameplay. Eventually, my brother learned how to play, and one of our favorite pastimes, to this day, is duking it out and mashing up endless combinations of characters and fights. My favorite thing about the game is its attention to detail. So many characters, so many stages, and the voice lines actually make sense and apply to the fight, unlike other games. For example, when Goku fights future Gohan, he will ask him why he looks sad. But if you know, Goku died long ago in Gohan's timeline, so he's just emotional that he gets to see and fight his father. It's pretty damn cool for sure. Definitely one of the best Dragon Ball Z games. I fell in love with horror games because of Resident Evil, and the memories of watching my mom and her brother play old point-and-click games on the PC, such as Dracula Resurrection, Myst, and Jack the Ripper, and so many others. I always loved the less is more approach of horror media in general, often never showing gore or extremely terrifying sights, but more implying that there is something there, out of sight, and the overwhelming anxiety and dread is always with you at every turn. Amnesia: The Dark Descent blends both extremely well and creates a unique experience and weaves you into its fucked up story and world. When the game wants to scare you, it does incredibly well and will have you either sitting on the title screen with shitty underwear or have you screaming while trying to run and hide in the actual game or in real life. Most likely both. I did a whole video on Amnesia, and I've said a lot there, so I'll keep this one brief. But this game deserves a spot in my top 5, and I can't wait to get the nerve to dive into this masterpiece once again. My personal favorite FromSoft game. I will admit that when I first played Bloodborne, I was overwhelmed and extremely bad at the game. It took me playing it with my friends, Sean, Anthony, and later my brother Nate, to really appreciate this game, and what it does better than any of the other FromSoft games. It takes the Victorian-era horror and amps it up to 11. You battle and kill horrifying creatures that will haunt your nightmares, but leave you craving more each time you spill blood. A playthrough of this game is extremely fun, especially co-op. Just mowing everything down with your OP builds on New Game Plus is the best therapy you can get. My favorite boss is easily Orphan of Cause because of how fucking crazy that fight is. The story is also very confusing, but let's be honest, the story is only secondary to the epic gameplay. My only complaint is that we don't have a remaster or remake just yet, which is very disappointing. I haven't talked a lot about Kingdom Hearts on this channel, but that doesn't mean that I don't love it. I was obsessed with Kingdom Hearts during its heyday. Early 2009, I had all the expensive figures. I even had a DSi with 358 when it first came out. I've stayed with the games over the years and followed its extremely confusing lore religiously. Roxas was always my favorite character, so I naturally gravitated towards the games with him in them because he was the more edgy counterpart to the lighthearted protagonist, Sora. Kingdom Hearts 2 does everything the series is known for extremely well. The floaty combat, the drive forms, and the soul-crushing difficulty of some fights is incredibly amazing, and I adore every second of playing this game. except for 100 Acre Wood and Atlantica. Those levels are horrible. The GOAT. I've done so much content about Resident Evil 4, and I would say it's the heart of this channel. Nothing is better and more relaxing for me than playing through Resident Evil 4. It's been with me through everything over the years, and that honestly makes me a little emotional to say. I appreciate the game even more after playing through the remake multiple times and even getting the Platinum Trophy. I know this game like the back of my hand, and I will always defend it when friends or people on the internet shit on it relentlessly. Leon is easily the best Resident Evil character, and will forever be one of my idols. I have no complaints with this game, and only praise for it. I wish I could play it again for the first time and relive the obsession, but who am I kidding? I'm still obsessed with this game to this very day, and it only gets better with age.
I hope you came to get dick down in Dallas, boys.